Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me today. Dana here. Today I'm going to share some cute Valentine's decor party favor type situations made with these adorable new products from Pajama Crafter Stamps. This is the Cat's Meow paper pad, which I'll be using today. And then I'm going to pair that with the Meowtine stamps. So it's very Valentine's cat themed today. So just to kind of go through the paper a little bit. So it's 24 double-sided sheets of 12 designs. So they have these cute cats and hearts and the adorable little cat in the teacup. Love it. And then here's the other side. So then there's also the cat and the present, which this one could be Christmas. Very easily could be Christmas for any cat lovers out there. And then we have the adorable stamp set that's got several cute little kitties and then some sentiments along with it, which if you want more detailed look at that, you can visit the Pajama Crafter Stamps website. So to start off today's project, I'm going to be making a couple of rosettes. So these I used a die and I cut it out of the pattern paper, but you could easily cut these out by hand. These ones measure about 4 1/4 by 1 1/4, and then they're scored every 1/4 inch, just about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold these. Now, with thicker pattern paper like this, I like to just fold it all one way, and then I'll go in and accordion it later. And the easiest way I've found to do this is actually to align it with a thin acrylic block. And then you have something that you can push on to kind of reinforce that score line. And then I'll go through and accordion it. Now when I'm doing rosettes, I like my high point to be in the middle of the little pleat here, and then the valley to be in the lower point, if that makes sense. So with this in particular one, I'll start up first, and then I fold that way. So you see where the rounded is in the little pleat, that's where I have the high point, and then where it goes down in, that's where I have the low point. I hope that makes sense and I'm not just kind of speaking gibberish here. And then with this in particular rosette, it's 3 pieces per rosette for the flower rosette portion. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to do these 2 pieces just like this, and then I'll come back for the next step. Okay, so for the next step, you're going to want to put some dry adhesive along the tab here. I like to use just a thin red line tape. I find it works best for this. It'll keep everything good and attached. Of course, the worst part about this is peeling the release paper off when you have no nails. Okay, so once you get the release paper off, this little tab is going to go up under the end of the next piece. And then I'll just kind of push it together by folding in a couple of the pleats there. And then you'll want to do that for the next one as well. The biggest thing, you just want to make sure that it lines up so your 2 bottom bits are lined up with each other. And then you're going to connect the first one to the last one, and that will make your circle. And then since this is a double-sided paper, you could use this side or this side. I chose to use the side with the hearts for all of these. There we go. So then when you push down, I like to turn it over and then push it down. And then that's what your rosette's going to look like. So I like to just punch out a piece. This is just kind of for my anchor, so I have a spot to put my glue. And I like to use hot glue for these. And you'll want a good amount. And then you're going to put your rosette over that. And then get your head in the way and squish it in there. And I like to kind of move it up and down a little bit. This just will help coat the entire rosette with the glue. So you get all those little bits there. And then you want to hold this until it cools. And then while that glue is still somewhat hot, I'll go ahead and put my center on. And then that way you don't have a big dome of glue there. So there's the first rosette, so I'll do that again since we're making 3 here. Gotta grab another glue stick though. Okay, so make sure that this is the way I want it. So I want it to look like that. Put plenty of glue on my little landing point here. And center that up. Move it back and forth. And hold it. It's as simple as that. And like I said, you can do this with a die like I did, or you can just freehand them and make them any size that you want. Even with this die, I could have made it a little bit smaller if I wanted. And then the last one. Ooh, don't do that. So this one I'll have to clean up a little bit, which is fine. Get that center on there. There we go. Okay, so I'll have to clean this up a little bit. What I'll do is I'll just hit this with my heat tool just to melt it a little bit and get that cleaned up. No problem there. And then for my little stamped pieces, I chose to go with these 3 cute little cats. And I think I'm going to do this one here, and this one here. Yeah, that'll be cute. So let me glue those on. So I'm just going to use my liquid glue for this. You could use your hot glue, but I have a feeling that I will probably burn my hands off. So I'm just going to go in with the liquid glue. which mine is running out. I definitely need to get a new bottle. And grab my squeezers so that I can center-ish this. There we go. You can do so many things with these little rosettes. You could very easily make a couple more and make this into a garland or a wreath, or you could even add some ribbon to the back and then make little ornaments to them. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to attach them to paper straws. This would be a very easy way for your guests to differentiate their drinks if you're having a party or something along those lines. I think we'll go... This straw doesn't really match. So I'll get a different straw for this one. But okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use my hot glue to attach these, and I'm just going to put a strip right down the center. And then I'm going to attach the straw to it so that you can still use it. But you could easily just pop these into some cupcakes as well for cute little cupcake decorations. So there's that one. There's that one. And then last but certainly not least, a little spin so my little kitties are right way around there. And there we go. We've got 3 cute little Valentine's Day straws or cupcake toppers, or you can even just insert these into a cute little gift bag. Whatever you want to do for your next upcoming Valentine's Day party or even a school party, send these with your kids. So many things you could do with these. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you're interested in any of these products from Pajama Crafter Stamps, you can find those listed down below and on the Pajama Crafter Stamps website. And I hope to see you in the next one.